steps sales figure, and I became
Oh,
So photography is allowed?
I'm.
They work on instrumentations for gravitational wave detectors. Where I was when the first detection.
All right, ready?
Going to a test and having it be an open book test. So you're going to and this is auto-generated commentary. In the second here, you can see Djokovic hit the ball into the net there. So just hit the net and it says, unlucky miss by Djokovic as he directs a backhand unforced error into the net to lose the point. All of that was automatically generated. So how are we doing here? So we are
she's gonna do.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. We are going to try a live demo. As you know, with live demos, they never work. So we're going to, hopefully it will work for you guys to see what we've been working on for the past few days. This is Hannah Tucker, my daughter, myself, Thomas Tucker, and we are also collaborating with Mark Burrell for the NFTs and dynamic NFTs that we'll talk about in just a second. So, as you know, I always like to show videos. So I'll be talking over the video so you kind of see what we've been working on for the past 2 days. So prior to coming to Boston, I wanted to make an XR experience so that you had something physical to touch. So before, I used the models from previous projects for the rally and 3D printed out these parts, got them where they were staged and ready to kind of work once we got here. So this is our team, again, trying to figure out a way how to make this work over the next couple of days. So the first day was, you can see we are using conductive paint. This is epoxy. It has a high level of silver, so it's a little bit toxic when you're working with it, but we were able to connect it to an Adafruit board, to Arduino, and Arduino to Adafruit.
Okay, so this is our Arduino program to make sure everything is set up properly. On the top we have the include, so we make sure the Adafruit library can read everything that we type up. You can see the notes. We use inspiration for our program, so if we had an audio component, that would be for that. So I'm just showing the pin. And then with our setup, we're just double checking, making sure all the output is correct, and we have a serial print to make sure in our monitor it will say if our board is connected or not. And then the loop, this is the action to make sure when we touch it and we not touch it, it will say 1 when we do touch and 0 if we don't. And that's just resetting the state. And then here I pull up the monitor. And it is found, so it's connected properly. And now we are going to touch different parts of the car, which are connected to different parts of the Adafruit.
All right, so we wanted to kind of bring the Adafruit, the touching, that calm, to the actual VR. So kind of work on the script for that.
Yes. So we're initializing everything up there. Here is where our methods, so this is where we input our 3D models and the position, orientation, and scale. And as you can see, they're all visible right now. Visibility is false. And in a minute, we will show when we click on the car and the wires, it will appear on our playground screen. Shout out to Matthew for assisting. now when we click on the red coin, we will pair our report. Really, now when we click different parts of the car, it will appear.
So this is just the testing site. Obviously, it's going to get a lot more dynamic where there's more interaction with it. But the idea is that there's a kiosk, someone can come up, touch the parts, and then develop textures, and then hit the F8 logo, boom, and then you have this amazing final car. And if you want to keep that, then there'll be another button that you will hit, create this amazing QR code, and then you'll have an NFT for life. All right, so you can get this attached to the QR code, so keep it forever. Really quickly, for November, we're going to work obviously on the cleanup of the wires and interface, what you see there. Create texture interface for GUIs for F8 UPS. Also work on tracking and the XR, so you can actually wear Oculus and actually wear Oculus and see that in real time and be able to touch it in an XR environment. Create multiple NFTs with EPR, and then a tighter relationship with Mark, creating dynamic NFTs. We didn't quite get to hash that out this time, but there's a lot to work on, but you can start to see where we're going to go with this. The cool thing with the car is we could actually do this with a physical car, so we could put touchable components on the rally car that I know you guys already have, so you could have it where you click on it and people could in real time make these collections. We also really want to work really on dynamic sounds, so we have 156 speakers at Virginia Tech, so it would be really cool to make sounds of the door closing and engines and stuff like that. So we're going to run a 2-second demo. You want to put it down? Okay. Like I said, it's not working. So it's just not jacking. All right. So you got to see a little bit of it. But anyways, we use it as a prop here, but the code obviously is not working. So, well, thank you so much.
Conductive frame is not conductive enough. You have to put the server.
So yeah, it's a good question. So we brought the Behr conductive paint. It takes about a week to dry. So if I had painted it, it would probably end up all over our clothes and then it ends up on your finger. It's non-toxic. It's just paint with iron in it, basically. So we would have painted all the surfaces where the silver leads are, and then it would spread out where the whole surface is conductive. So we just didn't have time. It wasn't
But
able
the
to dry.
parts then need to be apart from each other.
Yeah, you would want maybe a half a millimeter separation so that they don't bleed over and create the same conductive surface. So. But yeah, for November we'll have fully painted, hopefully some really cool decals on it. Well, for the rallies, so we'll kind of jazz it up so it doesn't look so boring. Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions? You always have a question.
Yeah, so thank you for doing the program. And what's will be the next step for November?
Yeah, so I kind of went over that here. So obviously cleaning up the surfaces and what Ruth talked about, the Behr paint would be evenly distributed. Work on making this into an NFT model, so you could click the parts as you build it, and then maybe interface a GUI interface within the VR software where you can click on different surfaces to create your own car. So just keep working on that. We also want to make a version where you wear an Oculus, because I do a lot of tracking, maybe with a live tracker or whatever tracker. That way when you're in the VR, it's an XR experience, so when you reach out, the car is there virtually.
Are you going to do name? This is like a prototype.
This is a prototype, so I have a Farley scanner, so we'll scan it, and so we'll be able to pull that into the use false. So you won't see the scanned version, but you'll see the virtual one. So when you reach out, you'll be able to touch that and also touch the convective paint to create it virtually.
Cutout. Cutouts. Same like the whole logo.
Yeah, full of the logos and so forth. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
This, so we're just explaining how we have contacts, on the wheel here, and a bumper and here. All these lines go into the Adafruit, and then the Adafruit to here to software. Go.
On top of here, this is where we include our sensor. So it takes it from the library. All of this is just to make sure Arduino it's included in everything with the libraries. Then we're just defining the pin here. this is our setup. And right here is just to check if our wiring is found. And in this wood loop here, this is to check for each of the 12 pins to see if they've been touched. And as the comments say here, this will reset the state. And half of that says Tom. Like, what are we gonna say about that?
What's that?
Okay, so now to make sure that everything is working, we go to Tools. We're gonna go to Serial Monitor, and here is where we have our prints to let us know that the wiring has been found. And now we're going to try to press.
And there are different numbers for each serial number, right?
So right here, 1 is to say it is touched, and 0 is they no longer touched.
Alright, so we'll hit this first. Alright, you want to zoom it out a little bit? Better view. We'll cut that out with editing. Get it where you have a good frontal view. There you go. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Keep going, keep coming around. Alright, excellent. Alright, stop. Alright, so we hit the hood. Boop. Alright. We hit the hood. Boop. Alright. The car door. Boop. Then we're gonna hit the side. Then we're gonna hit tires. Then we're gonna hit the very back right here. Boop. Alright. And then the magic thing right here. F8. And we're ready. Boop. Alright, zoom in.